teach with my back to y'all. That's gonna be great. All right, so I'm on that. I'm gonna see if I can get back to. There we go. So under assignments, homework 3. Take a look at that. There's a couple different ways you can do homework 3. I have mixed results with using UBCD, excuse me. All right. If you get this, there's a download link here. You can try it. If not, I have the conboot image that you can download from Blackboard in the same assignment area. All right. Really, really, really easy. What we're going to look at here is breaking into a device if you have physical access to it. Okay? So, this only works because the SAM file on this Windows 8 machine was not changed, was not rehashed at install. So I did not do any type of sys prep on the image. So the SAM file basically has no key or hashing. It's just straight, simple, blank.
Is this representative of most computers nowadays?
95+%, yeah. The caveat is you have to have physical access to the machine to charge media to it, and you have to be able to reboot it. Okay? So, somebody texts that, hey, why was this server reboot? If they go and they check out why it was reboot, and they look at doing type of forensic examination on it, they figure out it's been opened. Alright? And then you have a deeper problem, like, okay, who had access to the box to do it? Right? So, with that, you can go through the steps for UBCD. That's not a problem. I'm going to show you how to do this in easy mode. Alright? So, on homework 3, if you download the conboot CD ISO, all of 1.5 megabytes of it, you go into your VM. In this case, I'm going to use target 1. Alright? If you want to make a backup of target 1, go right ahead, feel free. This will not nuke it. Oh, no, it won't. I've tested it. Alright? And go into your CD and point to that con-boot CD ISO. If you're using the UBCD image, you do the same thing. Alright? One thing you have to do, alright, before you do this. So it's pointed. You need to go to your virtual machine directory. Alright, and go into that CIS target 1. And you need to edit your .bmx file. Again, this is in the lab instructions. Okay? This is to help you so that when you boot the machine, it doesn't immediately go to the OS. It gives you a timer that you can go into BIOS. And you can set the boot sequence. Okay? So if I edit this, all the way at the bottom, I have a parameter called BIOS boot delay, in quotes. Right? That's in milliseconds. So 5,000 milliseconds equals how many seconds, kids? 5. So if you're fast enough to hit the escape key in 5 seconds, great. If you're not that fast, you're an old bugger like me and you need the extra few seconds, put 10,000 there, okay? Whatever makes you happy. Alright? Save it. Alright? And then, when you boot, Alright? Be prepared. Bring up your snipping tool. Know the hotkey to take a screenshot. Gotta be kind of looking at this. Alright? After you've gone through the BIOS and you've done your boot sequence, or if you want to hit the boot sequence key, go into BIOS or boot from different hardware, in this case your CD-ROM. Power on. So if I hit escape, alright, I'll go to the boot menu. You want to get a screenshot of this, so that I know you got it installed. Right about there. Somewhere in there. Okay? Now here's the cool thing. It'll boot up normally. And on an actual system that is really fast, especially with all these new fandangled, processors that work at 3.5, 4 gigahertz per second, you might not even catch that screen. Right? Lo and behold, okay, it's time for me to log in. Oh, damn. My kids changed my password. I don't know what my password is. That's okay. We don't need no stinking passwords. None. Caveat is, you have to have physical access to the box. Right? Isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Fun stuff with hacking tools. Told you guys are going to learn some new stuff in this class.
What is the security on UEFI?
Huh?
UEFI. Does it work?
I don't think it works with UEFI. That's the problem. Exactly. Gotta go ahead and buy those. It won't work on Pixie Boot either. Okay? So if you haven't set it for network boot, Pixie Boot, this won't work. It's a good question. Alright. So again, use your tools for good and only good. Right? Ethical talk. Think you're shaking. Okay, we're done. Do not call me as a character witness at your trial. I will not be one.
Did it wipe the passwords for all of us? Okay.
That's what I'm saying, make a backup.
Got it.
Alright, make a backup. So I actually have to, I only use this in week 3, and then next week I'm going to have to wipe this out of my directory so I can show you how to do half the stuff for the first lab.
So thinking about covering your tracks,
Yeah, this is not a good way of covering your tracks. What do you mean all the passwords are open? All the passwords are open. So yeah. And you'll also get that, oh, your password expires today. Okay, so that's also a good telltale sign, especially if you just change your password, I just changed my password. So, yeah. But hey, if you need to recover a system, and you haven't changed the SAM file, this is one of those things that will save your bacon. Alright? Good little life, tool here. Alright, with that, let's talk about any questions on homework 3. This should be a really easy homework
Did
this
you want the calendar screenshot the clock in there, or?
No, not for the cron job. No, don't do it. Just show me that. Okay, I got con booted up, got the system. Alright? And then make a backup of this image before you do this. This would be a good idea. Yeah?
So what happens, like you did say, where it loads too fast and you didn't get it?
Do it again. Try harder.
Can you just take a
Take a
video?
video, yeah.
You gotta take a video, man. And good scrape the screen or something. Be creative. Okay? Take a selfie with it.
That seems like it's taking them longer.
So, try harder.
Alright, so before we get into this for lab 1, alright, now I can do what I'm doing tonight without having to reset my passwords, but I have a backup of this image. So it's good that you have a backup of this image. If you do before you attempt this, alright? And if you don't, that's fine, I can give you the image again, no big deal. Alright? But let's go ahead and go to Kali. Again, I set Kali back to Nat because I need to update Metasploit. Actually, install Metasploit. It's all right. I'm on the wired network. This won't take me too long. I hope.
So we probably shouldn't do this then.
The hamsters are running today. You didn't change your Kali password?
No, man, it's Kali. Like I store critical information on my hacking toolbox? No. What do you think? I do my taxes on this thing or something, man? It's crazy.
Wait, doesn't everyone?
Hey, ask a silly question.
If you want
All right.
your personal information, go in your Kali box.
All right. So, for those of you, if you're working with Metasploit, I believe it is just apt-get install ms get that's what it is. Metasploit-framework, I think. Yeah, I thought it was framework. So we'll give that a shot here real quick. Now let me make sure I have an IP. Hey, I have an IP. Oh, and software updates are available. Woo-hoo. Well, we're not going to do that right now. That'll take a while. I think that's the command. Hope that's the command. We're going to find out if that's the command. Oh my God, that's the command. Geez, I think I've done this stuff before though. Alright, so we're going to install Metasploit framework, and this is important because I don't know what possessed the people at Offensive Security to build this VM image with Armitage, which is the GUI, the front end of Metasploit without the back end Metasploit framework.
Because nobody uses Metasploit, right?
Yeah, nobody. Like the most common hacking tool out there.
That's why they call it Kali Light, right? It's supposed to be easier than that.
Yeah, but they put the skin for it. They put Armitage there. It's like, here, little kid. Here's this candy. No,
It's just cracker.
Yeah. All right. So while that's running, oh, hey, we're done. Good.
Yeah.
So while that's running, I don't think you need setup. You need to start Postgre. That's the service for the SQL for Metasploit. And then if you hit Armitage, hopefully this will work. Hopefully. We'll keep that default. Say yes. I just freaking installed the damn thing. It won't error out this time. If it does, I have to do an extra step somewhere. Figure out what that step is. Connecting to the database. Nice. Okay, great. So we'll come back to this. All right, we'll come back to this. So now I'm going to. Oh, now I need to change my IP. So we go back to settings and go back to VMnet 1. where my Windows box is. Okay? So my Windows box is running, my Kali box is running. I need to redo my interface, if all I'm doing is bouncing my interface there. Alright, since I'm on DHCP, hopefully. Hey! I changed my network, great. Okay, so I am now on VMnet 1. I know that because I'm on the 199 network. I did that without having to reboot my Kali box. Alright, so now I gotta find that Windows box. Windows box is running. Kali box is running. Let's bring up lab 1 real quick before we get ahead of ourselves, right? I guess that would be kind of, we read over some stuff. All right, so I'm going to go through the first couple, 3, 4 of these things tonight, and explain the others. So we're going to do an in-map scan of that Windows box. We're going to do an open box scan of the Windows box. And we're going to start formulating our attack plan. And then we're going to look at all the open ports and go, in your report, provide a list of your open ports. There's a couple different ways you can do that. Several different ways you can do that. And given the data that you found in number 2 and number 3, break in. Now, you cannot break into this box by the means that you do in homework week 3. Find another way. Okay? That's out of scope. Everybody understand that? Okay? Trust me. There's plenty there. There's plenty there. Let's take a look at that. First off, we need to find where the hell the server is. So, we start pinging individual IPs. Well, if we wanted to go through all 254 of them, that'll take us a while. But instead, I'm just going to enumerate the network real fast via a down and dirty, quick little ping scan. So, in-map, ZinMap will allow you to do a very fast identification via a ping scan. We can do that for the entire network. Matter of fact, I'm only going to do it for the first half of the network because I know the second half of the network is DHCP and that server has a static IP. So I can do that at /24. I'm just going to do it as a /25. It'll go faster. Scan. And I'm hopefully going to find this IP really fast. And once I find that IP, then I can go back and I can do a more in-depth scan.
You have to be on the network to do this, though. I could sit outside of Starbucks.
No, you can do this because you're all encapsulated within VMware.
Sorry, I meant
I think he means attacking the server.
attacking something. Like if I'm like going down the street.
You can go bridge and scan it if you're connected to the network.
Okay, I don't want to answer that question because I don't want to be liable.
Do I have to be on a network that I'm trying to break into or break into?
Yes, you have to break into the network.
No. However, be advised that if you are not on the network, if you're what we call layer 2 adjacent, you're on the same subnet as all your targets, you're not going through a firewall, you're going to see a lot more. Okay? That's obvious. If you're going through a firewall, you are only going to see the open ports that that firewall lets you see. Make sense? Okay. Now, this is the prior because this is easy mode. This is a introductory ethical hacking class. Alright?
Emphasis on ethical.
Huh?
Emphasis on ethical.
This is ethical. Trust me, okay, when we get into about week 5, week 6, and we start talking about legalities, we're going to go and talk about all the different types of people who have broken the law and how many years in prison they're spending right now. Okay? Present political affiliations excluded, just because there hasn't been a case study done yet. So, hey, I bet you that's my target. Why do I think that's my target? Because that one is probably the gateway. My box. So, alright, let's go back up here and change this out to just .21. And change this from a ping scan to an intense scan. Alright? And we'll let that go, we'll let that run. Okay? Now, while that's running, let's go ahead and start up OpenBoss. Why? Well, why not? There we go. She launched. I actually like what they did with OpenBoss now. They actually make you launch Greenbow when you start it. That's kind of cool. The little script that they put in the start. The little piece that they put in the start script. 3, 2, 1. All right. Now actually start. Excuse me. Firefox, right? Okay. This. Bada bing. My admin password in there. I think that's my admin password. Pretty sure that's my admin password. There we go. All right. So now there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can do it in easy mode, or you can do it like what you did in homework week 2. Homework week 2, you can make a target, 192.168.199.21, and go make a task, yada yada. Or, if you really want to just, I don't know, look for stuff, you can go to scans, and tasks, and see the little wizard here? You can click on the wizard, and a very nice lady up there with the pointers can say, okay, throw your IP address in there. And you can put 192.168.199.21. And this is basically going to be a full and fast scan of that IP. Either way, it's fine. I don't care. Everybody understand that? Everybody know where I'm going with this? Good. So, as you scan that, I'm not going to scan it because guess what? I did that last night. When your scan completes, you can go to the report, and you can see all 600 some odd vulnerabilities that are on this box. This is weird because I did it in the wizard, it didn't populate anything. So don't get thrown off by that. I almost did. When I actually went into the scan, 674 vulnerabilities. And the first 218 are just on the first page, and as you can see, the 218 are all high. Yeah, okay? So in real life, if you ever come across a system like this in the wild, the first thing that you should probably pop into your head is honeypot. Because you should never see anything like this. Alright? And if it is a legit system, oh, happy day. Okay? But this is for practice. This is for fun. This is for learning. Okay? So, in going through the OpenBoss scan, okay, take a screenshot of this. This is like number 2. Right? Screenshot of your Nmap scan. Once it's done, hey, it's done. How do I know it's done? Because it's told me it's a Windows box. I see all these fun ports open.
Please tell me you purposely opened the words and it's not your fault on Windows server. Okay.
Oh, I took plenty of time making this thing as vulnerable as I possibly could. Okay? You guys are lucky because this is like several quarters of me monkeying around with this Windows image for your hacking enjoyment. Okay? InMap will give you a little bit of information. Now, it won't give you as much as OpenVOS or any other type of vulnerability scanner. But, you know, sometimes it'll be kind of cool. Like, here, looky there. So, who here has any Linux experience and can tell me what this is?
That's the file position.
Right. But what does that tell you? I can send executable code there, can't I? Oh, happy day.
And it's anonymous.
And it's anonymous. Oh, double happy day. Okay? I can upload a file that I can execute remotely. Anybody ever read up on malware? Good times. Okay? You have a mail server. Woo! Open SMTP. Fingers open. Oh boy, finger.d, Damon. At first, this kind of looks sort of like a Linux box. It's got Apache running on it.
Like,
Yeah, well, you can go into a browser and throw that in there and see what you get. I won't steal your thunder on that. All right, trust me, there's plenty there. Okay. So you can get a lot of information and start digging stuff up from all of this. I have 443 running somewhere doing something. Samba, SMB. There's another HTTP on 5357 on 48.080.
have you considered putting this on Bull Hub?
No. No. I'm not. I've actually considered throwing this up there just as a fun image for the DEF CON contest that I'm running this summer.
Get into that, like half a second. Yeah.
I know. But you know what? This is great for beginners.
This is really great.
Get it? Right. And here's the other thing. Windows. You don't find very many Windows vulnerable systems out there. You can go on Vuln Hub and find a slew of stuff with Linux. Because everybody can build, you know, all kinds of fun stuff in Linux. This is really good because this helps you kind of hone your skills in a Windows environment. All right. So, take a screenshot of your InMap. Let's go back to OpenVOS real quick. So, what OpenVOS will tell you, especially if you get these vulnerabilities that are high, and the higher the better, right? It will get, what? Default credentials? No. You can go into it. Looky there, SMB protocol, user password, admin pass. No, it can't be that easy, can it? You tell me. Okay, so, what did I say about what the three-letter agencies and a lot of other companies like Rapid7 were looking for? Knowing how to use the hacking tools, that's the easy part. What do you do with that information?
You log in.
With what? You ever logged in with SMB before? There you go. You can do that. You can just get any SMB client. It's a Windows share. Open up Windows Explorer. Try it. Don't believe me? Uh-oh. Again, make sure your firewall's dropped. Backpack. Why C string? Or why C dollar? Well, how do I know that the operating system? What's the, ooh, Microsoft Windows SMB2 negotiation protocol remote code. That's a freaking mouthful, isn't it? Alright, now I'm not on the, internet, but if you want to copy this down and go into your other browser and go in there, here's a big time hint for you, MS09-050.
You're giving it all away.
Yeah.
I'm not. Okay, let me show you something. So now that we have Armitage running, so right, we have done number 1, done number 2. We've looked at open ports. Get me a listing of some open ports. That'll go into like number 10. That's fine. Or show me a screenshot of open ports in map. It's fine. Number 4, given the data you found, exploit the server. So now you got to log in somehow. All right, there are plenty of ways you can log in. You can keep trying those default credentials. You can potentially brute force the device, or we can use something like a automated tool like Armitage. Right? And Armitage will do a lot of the same stuff that you have with these other tools. Guess what it has integrated in it? See in map. We can do a intense scan here real quick. Just like we did with everything else. Oh, look at all those ports. Alright. Now, Armitage is what I like to call the video gaming central package. Okay, it's really intuitive, really easy to use. You can also use it as a command line front end for Metasploit proper. So all these different command consoles, you can actually go in there and load Metasploit packages, exploit them manually, or you can go into a command shell and do it that way too. Either way it'll work. But this will take a couple of minutes, and it'll pop up. You'll see a little icon there in the workspace.
On the homework and stuff where you say you open box, if you want to use Nessus, what would you use?
That's perfectly fine. If you have a copy of Nessus, that's fine. I have no problem with that. So the question was, can we use something other than OpenBox? Another vulnerability scanner? Yeah, sure. If you want to download or install or do a free copy or a trial copy of something, knock yourself out. Just give you the screenshot. Okay? Now you can, the only thing you really can't do is you can't sign up for an online vulnerability scanner like Qualys. You can't do that. Because then you're on the internet,
Yeah.
and honestly, that makes it even harder to do it that way.
Anytime you're doing a scan of your computer from the internet down, it's just a
Yeah.
bad idea.
It's a bad idea. Well, I use Qualys extensively, but it's on internet-facing
Yeah,
domains, and
that makes sense, but if you're doing like something like this, not
this is a sandbox. This sandbox is meant to be a sandbox. Wow, taking a while.
There's a lot of work that we can.
Yeah. Taking a while. Oh, there we go.
Yes, it did automatically. Okay.
What'd you do?
I put in the ISO, but I didn't turn on the ISO. I didn't do the boot thing, but it ran it anyway.
Oh,
I
give
did
it back
give
up.
it back up. I I did.
There you go. Good job.
I have, like,
Good
three
man.
of
Good man. All right. So when your scan completes, like I said, you know, you get the little message. Your icon will show up there, and hey, it even identifies it as a Windows file. Yeah, cool. Next, we want to go to and highlight it, and go to attacks, and go to find attacks.
Oh, that
We're
works.
not doing Hail Mary?
Nah,
That's
too easy.
Find something.
that's too easy.
And we can't do that on that lab?
Please don't. And besides, doing a that's bad practice because a Hail Mary just makes too much noise. It makes way too much noise.
Yeah.
So is it, on the Hail Mary, is it just grabbing the first one that it knows will work, or is it also?
No, it goes through everything
Okay.
until it finds something. And even after it finds something, it'll keep going.
Oh, so you can actually blow the system down. Okay.
I don't like doing that. Alright, attack analysis complete. Woohoo! Now, when I go to the box, if I right click and then go to attack, I have all these different types of things that I can try. SMB being a really cool one. But you see, oh hey look, there's MS. Wait,
Here's 109.
that kind of sucks. But it's not that easy, right? This is just a sampling of some of the potential exploits. Not saying that they're all going to work, right? If you want to get a little more in depth and you want to enumerate a system, you need to leverage what you've already done with your scanning piece. Okay? So in my OpenBox scan, I found out that, oh, hey, it has a potential for SMB2 vulnerability MS09-050. Well, geez, how the hell do I find that? Well, guess what you have right here? You have a search bar. Oh, wow, that was fast. Huh. That's kind of cool. Wow, it's got a lot of stuff. Let's pick one. Right? Double click on it. Or actually, you can drag and drop it. That's all I did. Alright. Oh, my localhost changed because I changed my IF config. So I need to make sure that I actually have the right IP. So it might be good of me to go and check what my IP is. Uh, 131, 199, 131. All right. Make sure that's right. Alright. It'll work. Let's try a reverse connection. And sometimes it works. Sometimes it don't. Boom! Lovely. I've just broken into the box. How do I know that I broke into the box? Other than the really cool graphic with the lightning bolts, because lightning bolts are cool that way. You can see. You can right click on it now and actually interact with the system. Okay? See we have interpreter? Now I can do a lot more. I can interact, I can do I can look at access. I would dump hashes, but guess what I did when I used my...
You removed that one.
Yeah, I removed all the hashes earlier. Oops. I'll show you that next week. Alright?
Who am I?
Alright. And what's really kind of cool with this is if you go to interact, you can bring up a command shell. This is what I'm kind of looking for. Oh, crap. Microsoft Windows, version 6.0, build 6002. Wow, I'm in System 32. No, I'm not in System 32. Yes, I am in System 32. So, for those of you who don't know or don't understand what System 32 is in a Windows box, that is your kernel. Screenshot. 10 points. So I've gotten you through like 40% of this already. We'll go over a little bit more next week, but okay, this is the first baby step in your hacking career. Okay, this is hacking, you know, with all the training wheels on. Okay, it should be really, really, really easy. Find other stuff. I challenge you to. Trust me.